want to review really fast the easiest one on here, which is the simple past. Okay, so in general, we would use the simple past to describe main events of the story. And maybe that could be kind of confusing because you might think, well, if you're telling a story, maybe all the actions are kind of a main event, or they might all be kind of equal to each other. But we usually save them for events that are specific and meaningful to the story's development. So if the action or the event kind of moves the story to the next level, or it makes the story unfold, most likely we would use the simple past in this case. Right? So here, for example, the plane took off. If the plane didn't take off, we wouldn't have the rest of the story. It just wouldn't make sense without that event. It helps the story to develop. So in this case, we need to use the simple past here. How do we form the simple past?
If the verb is regular, we just put ed endings in the stative sentence.
Good. So if it's a regular verb, regular verb, we
so
just add
plus id, right?
Mm-hmm. Good.
And if not, just second form.
To be, was, and were.
Good. Was and were.
Yeah, only here.
For B. And then we have some irregular, there's actually a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of irregular verbs in the past.
Second column, second form.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of them in English. Yeah. So, and really the only way to learn them is to memorize them, unfortunately. Can you tell me, does anybody know what the past tense of begin is?
Began.
Good. Began. How about break?
Broke.
Good. How about buy?
Bought.
Good. Bought. Catch?
Caught.
Good. Caught. Okay. Do?
Did. Ate.
Yeah, the pronunciation of this is exactly like the number. There's no difference. They sound exactly the same. Stay.
Said.
Good. Said. No.
New.
Very good. Keep.
Kept.
Good. Take.
Took.
Make.
Made.
See.
Saw.
Sit.
Sat.
At. Yes. Sat. Good. Go.
Went.
Good. Read.
Read.
Good. It's spelled the same, but it's pronounced like the color red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how about put?
Same.
Very good. Good. So you're very up to speed with that. That's great. Can I ask you? So we'll just practice a little bit. Can you create a sentence with these? Why is the numbers here all messed up? Do you see that? It says 5 first. Okay, just ignore the numbers.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Can somebody make a sentence? You can pick anyone that you want to. It doesn't have to be in order. So just give me the number and then make a sentence with the words there.
Okay, I would like to try the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was at elementary school, I belonged to a scouting group.
Okay, good. When I was in elementary school, I belonged to a scouting group.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Okay, Tina, I see you put your hand up.
Yes. After I went home last afternoon, I drank a cup of tea.
Okay, so after I went home, I'm just going to abbreviate what you said because I don't have a lot of space, but it was correct. I drank a cup of tea. Good. Any others? Any other volunteers? Or you can put it in the chat if you don't want to say it out loud. It's up to you.
Oh,
I
okay.
talked to my friend on the phone. Yesterday, I talked to my friend on the phone.
Okay, good. I talked to my friend on the phone. Suzanne, I see your hand.
Yes. Which one? Study math. While my son was studying math, my daughter got home.
Good. So when my son was studying math, my daughter, we would say in this case, got home.
Arrived at home.
Came or arrived.
Mhm.
Good, good. Read a newspaper.
I read a newspaper in the morning.
Okay, good. Play?
I'll try.
Okay,
I used
but-
to play.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Gabby,
Yeah.
I read is you write read,
Yes.
or is
So
the
this
same but
this-
sound different?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So
thank
like
you.
if you look at the chart here,
Oh, okay, I
It-
remember.
it sounds like the color red, but it's spelled the same way.
Thank you.
Yep, sure. All right. Thank you for your question. Who was starting with play?
Just me.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I used to play football every day.
Good, good. Except your verb here is used to.
Used.
It's still in the past tense. This is still talking about the past, so you're not technically incorrect. But you would say here, if you wanted to use specifically play, you would say, I played
When I was young, I played tennis.
every day or whatever in, when I was younger.
Mhm.
Good, good. All right. 10. Oh, I see someone, Salem, thank you. Where is start? Start,
Gabby, I used
saw-
to, sorry, 5, I
Mhm.
used to play, right?
Yes, yes, sorry. I used to
Yeah,
play.
it's okay. That's, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Then I see
I
Salem
saw
had this
my
one.
phone rang when my phone my phone was ringing when I saw a movie
Okay, my
yesterday.
phone was ringing when I saw a movie yesterday. Good.
So Gabby, excuse me. So in this situation, so sometimes I will say I watched a movie. So here I can also use I saw a movie.
Mhm. You can say both.
Ah.
It doesn't really matter. I would say probably watch is a more common expression, but you can definitely say either see or watch. It doesn't really
But
matter.
I can't say I saw TV.
That's interesting. No, you can't say you saw TV. If you, I mean, you can say it, but what it means is if I said I saw TV, it means like I physically looked at the machine, the television
Mhm.
machine.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean
different.
that,
Yes.
yeah, it doesn't mean that you watched a program or a
Oh,
show. Yeah, it's a little
thank
bit.
you.
In this sentence wouldn't be correct in grammar if you say I was watching a movie, because it's not just a moment I watched the movie, it was continuous.
Yeah, well, yeah. So see is not something that we normally use in a continuous way.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
it's something instant usually. The
But
way
I
that
was watching, it is possible, right?
yes, you would say I was watching because
Mhm.
watching is a continual, it
Yeah.
lasts for a longer period of time. However, people do informally say, I saw a movie. And what it means is I watched the movie. It has the same meaning, but you can't use saw in a progressive
Mhm.
or a continuous tense because
Okay.
it's not a continuous event.
Thanks.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. How about forget?
Yesterday, I forgot to buy a lemon.
I forgot to buy.
Sense.
Did you make something with lemon yesterday?
No,
No?
but I need it. Sense.
Okay, okay, good. How about this one, wear a dress?
I wore a blue color dress.
I
Yes.
wore a blue colored dress. Okay, a blue colored dress. And we'll do this one
In our-
last.
Yeah.
I lost my key yesterday.
I lost my keys yesterday. Very good. Okay. So I think you definitely have the past simple. It's the easiest one. And I think maybe you have a lot of practice with this one compared to the others. So let's talk about the others really quickly. So we'll talk about the progressive or the continuous. Right, we have by the time a lot of passengers were in tears and were trying to get their life jackets out. So normally we use this to describe an action in progress at a specific moment in the past. So it's happening while another thing is happening. However, sometimes we do also use it to kind of set up the story. So for example, like I was driving to work when I saw this happen, or he was having a party when this happened. So sometimes it can also be used to like introduce the story in a lot of ways. So what is the structure? How do we create this here?
Was
What is
a
the word?
Was
verb
were
plus ing.
doing ing
Verb
verb
plus
ing.
ing. Yeah.
Good. So what if we wanted to say, or just the verb form here? So these things happen while I was on the plane. So I'm telling you a story about I was on a plane and then these things were happening while I was on the plane. How can I express this?
I was on the plane when the person behind me was kicking my chair.
Mhm. Good, was kicking my chair. Good, how about this one?
Some passengers arguing each other. Some passengers were arguing each other.
Good, they were arguing with each other. Very good. Good, and then the last one.
My brother was watching a movie.
Good, very good.
Mhm.
Good. All right. So I just want to just really quickly review this here. So when do we use the simple past or the past continuous, right? So we use this with the completed action. Normally that's when we would normally use the simple past, a completed important action in the past that is needed for the development of the story. Whereas the continuous is for something that was happening at the same time, before or during the simple past action. Right, so I was sleeping when the plane took off. Here's the main action. Here's something that was happening in the background to that. And I was watching a movie when the pilot made an announcement. Key part of the story, something that was happening in the background. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now